Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook. Today I'm here to bring you a wig review. I'm actually going to show you two wigs today by Emma Hairpiece. This is the second time that I've reviewed a human hair wig by Emma Hairpiece. I will link my original review to the first piece that I tried by them in the description if you've not seen that. Emma Hairpiece is a human hair retailer. They're actually a Chinese vendor, and they are blowing up all over social media. They are working very hard to get their name out there as a viable, budget-friendly human hair retailer. And today I'm here to bring you this piece and the same piece in a brunette color. So I have two of the same piece, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. So if you'd like to know more about these human hair wigs or about Emma Hairpiece, then stick around. I am so grateful to Emma Hairpiece for partnering with me on this review. They did send me these pieces so that I could show them to all of you. Because I have committed to all of my wig sisters that I will do everything I can to bring you a wide variety of wigs. Synthetic, heat-friendly synthetic, human hair, high-end, expensive pieces, budget-friendly, low-cost pieces, just all across the board. When Emma Hairpiece reached out to me about 6 months ago and asked if I would review one of their wigs, it took me a while to say yes. I did quite a bit of research because I want to bring you guys great products, but I don't ever want you to fall victim to a scam. And unfortunately in the wig world, there are a lot of scam sellers out there. But since I did that review, I have heard from at least 10 wig sisters that have purchased from them that have been so thrilled with their purchases. And Emma Hairpiece has sent me a couple of screenshots of messages that they've gotten from people who've purchased from them as well and are thrilled. So I am really excited to bring you two more pieces because I think, first of all, I think that they have great prices for human hair wigs. And second of all, it can be really hard to purchase sight unseen. And since they're a newer retailer, they're still working on their site descriptions and things like that. So it can be hard to know what you're getting. So the piece that I'm going to show you today, I have it in two colors. This is what they call a European hair wig. The website, it doesn't really have regular names. What they call this is European Hair Short Style Natural Straight Silk Base Undetectable Wig. That's what the listing says. What I can tell you is this is a beautiful, short, very layered piece. So this comes in two lengths, 8 inches and 10 inches. I have the 8-inch, and it has very short layers. Now, this wig has been washed and air dried. I have not curled this piece. This is what it looks like air dried. I'm going to let you see it from all around. So the first piece that I reviewed dried very kind of frizzy, wavy, and this one dries very smooth. Very soft, very silky, very smooth. It does not dry frizzy. And it is very lightweight. This is not a heavy density piece. The last piece I reviewed was very heavy density, very full. This one is a very light density. The hair is super soft, super nice. You can see, very light density. And heavily layered. Now, I don't know what the 10-inch looks like. These are both 8-inch, but I want you to be aware of the heavy layers in both of these pieces. I will put the brunette on so you can see it. And it fits like a dream. Let me show you. I threw it on a wig head so you can see. Very heavily layered. This one is also air dried, and this is what it looks like fully air dried. I took no heat to this one at all. Let me show you the inside of the cap so I can explain. Now, this cap is a lot like a synthetic wig cap, which I really like. You know, I have worn synthetic wigs for a number of years, and I've just started getting into human hair wigs in the last year or so. One of the learning curves is the cap difference in a lot of the wigs, but this one is a lot like synthetic wig cap, which I really like. So what we have here is we have a full lace top with a silk lining on it. Very soft, very soft. Then we have this full lace front, and the lace goes very far back. Now this right here, this lace needs to be cut, and I will show you when I put it back, when I put this one on, what that looks like. I have already cut the lace on this one. You can see that. And I'll be able to show you what it looks like with the lace uncut, and then I will tack on the end a clip of me cutting the lace so you can see how to cut the lace on this. But I want you to look at that lace front. Look at how good that lace front is. Really good. And that lace goes all the way down to the ear tab, all the way down to here. And then we've got that silk top, and you can part this anywhere you want within that silk top up there. It's just so, I mean, look at how my hands run through this. It's so nice. The hair is really nice. So then you've got this silicone over the ear tabs, and you've got metal stays within the ear tabs there. All of the back is closed wefted, and you have an extended nape with hook adjusters so that you can adjust the size. This cap fits me perfectly. I don't think I cinched this one in. Let me just take it off so I can double check that. No, I didn't cinch this, and the cap on this one is exactly the same. I didn't cinch this one in. I have a 22-inch circumference, and it fits me perfectly. I also have a very petite over the top of my head. All of my measurements are in the description box below so that you can compare them to yours. I'll put this one on so you can see it. And it fits me. I have a little tiny bit of extra cap on the top, but not much. I mean, it fits me almost like it was made for me. It fits me so comfortably. So let me get this adjusted. I'm going to look over here in my mirror so I can get this adjusted. Hold on. Let me do that one more time. I like to put wigs on camera because it can be helpful to new wig wearers to be able to see someone put a wig on. But I got the lace tucked under when I did it the first time. There we go. Much better. All right. Look at this, you guys. Such nice hair. It's soft, it's silky, it flows beautifully. I can run my hands through it. It's so good. Now, let's take a look at this lace. Because it's not cut, I gotta get it in the right spot. So this is what I mean right here. Do you see that? So you have to cut the lace to kind of follow your own natural hairline. Like I said, I will show you how to cut the lace in a clip at the end, but just know that most human hair wigs come with the lace uncut. I've actually never seen lace like this that had that little seam on the end. A lot of the lace that I see on human hair wigs is very soft, kind of stretchy type lace, the kind of lace that typically needs to be adhered in order to lay flat. This lace is a lot more like synthetic wig lace. It's a little bit more sturdy and really sits nice and flat. This is a glueless wig. You do not need to glue this down. Now, the lace only does go to there. So for those of you who are familiar with human hair and you like lace that goes all the way down to the ear, this one doesn't have that. But this is the lace that I prefer. I don't like having to adhere my lace, and I like that the lace goes there. Now, obviously right now you can see it, but you can, once it's cut, I mean, you can tuck this. It's so very natural. I'm really impressed by these pieces. So let me show you the lace front on this one, because this one's just a little bit darker, so that you can see how the knotting looks on this one. Let me lift it up. It's really good. I think it looks incredibly natural. I'm very comfortable with this. If you wanted to kind of pluck it to have a little bit less dense of a hairline, you could. I don't really think it's that necessary, but everybody's different on what they prefer. Like I said, the whole top is a silk top, so you can part this anywhere you want. And something to keep in mind, the lace on this is very thick. So let me see if I can show this to you. So the lace actually goes all the way back to here, and there's where the silk top starts. Can you see? You can definitely see that transition. That is also not uncommon with a silk top. What I really like about this though is that they took that lace way back, so that transition is very high up. If you want, you can take translucent powder and dab powder on the part line there so that you can blur that transition. You can use foundation, you can use concealer. They sell like lace makeup that you can use, whatever you're most comfortable with. I would just take a little bit of powder and dab that on there, and I think that would be just fine. Most people aren't staring at the very top of your head, so I don't think a lot of people would notice that. If you wanted to cut a bang in these, you absolutely could cut a bang in these. No, I don't think I showed you this one from all around, so let me do a 360 for you with this color. This color is gorgeous. Isn't it beautiful? Now they have a number of different colors at their website, so in the description below I will link this piece. There is a code that you can use to get 10% off. The code is Denise10. I will put that in the description as well. I've got a piece of hair hanging in my eyes. So, kind of bottom line. I love these pieces. They are the perfect density for me. The cap construction is absolutely perfect for me. My only caution is they're very heavily layered. So just keep that in mind. If you don't like prominent layers, you might want to look and see if they have another piece at their site that isn't as heavily layered. I don't know if the 10-inch, the layers are going to be a lot longer. This is the 8-inch. You can always reach out to them. They are very responsive. I actually had a wig sister who had to make a return because she purchased one of these and she wanted it a little bit longer, and there was no problem for her returning the piece. They do have a warehouse in California, so if you do have to make a return, you can send it back to their warehouse in California. You don't have to ship it back to China. And let me address the Chinese vendor thing really briefly for you guys. So when I did my first video, I mentioned that they are a Chinese human hair retailer. And someone made a comment like China and a bunch of question marks. Human hair, wigs in general, nearly all wigs come from China by some route. They may be sourced in places like India or other countries, but most wigs make their way through China to get to the retailers. So if you have a favorite retailer here in the United States that you purchase from, it's nearly guaranteed that they are getting either their wigs or some of their supplies from China. It's not 100%. Nothing's 100%. But for those of you who aren't familiar with the wig world, especially the human hair wig world, China they kind of have a monopoly on the market. They have the infrastructure for it. They've been doing it for years. And so the trick is finding good retailers that are going to give you good quality. And so far, my experience with Emma Hairpiece has been excellent. I am thrilled to be able to bring these to you guys. I will get outside so you can see both of these colors outside. The hardest thing with them about color is there's really no descriptions at their website. You are having to rely on their pictures. Now this one is a beautiful brunette. It doesn't have a ton of highlights. It's a kind of a warm brunette. It's not super dark. I would consider this maybe between an 8 and a 10 in synthetic wig colors. I'm not super versed on human hair wig colors right now. I'm very familiar with the synthetic wig market. I think a lot of you guys who watch my videos are as well. Great brunette, but if you want to know more about the other colors that they offer, then I would really encourage you to reach out and ask questions before you make a purchase. All right, everybody, so that's it for this wonderful style. They say it's European hair. I don't have any frame of reference for the different types of hair. What I can tell you is I have quite a few human hair wigs that are not European hair, and they dry very different. They're a little bit of a thicker hair. They're frizzy when they dry. This is a nice light wispy denier, and it dries nice and sleek and straight. This reminds me a lot of my bio hair, as a matter of fact. This reminds me a ton of my bio hair. Let me know if you guys have any questions. But if you're thinking about buying a human hair wig, I would encourage you to look at Emma Hairpiece. Their prices can't be beat. Thanks for watching, you guys. Stay tuned for the outside. Look at both of these colors and cutting the lace. Let me know if you have questions. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Emma Hairpiece, for trusting me and partnering with me. And you guys, I wouldn't bring you these reviews if these weren't good. I don't just review wigs just to review them. I want to bring you good quality. I want to bring you something that is going to enhance your life and your wig wearing journey, and I do think that these will do that. But I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. All right, guys, here is the blonde and outside light. You can see it's a very warm blonde, no rooting. Now they said this could be colored with no problem, so you could add low lights, you could add rooting. I would ask them before purchasing though if you can lighten. I'm not sure about that, if that's what you would want to do. Okay, there you go. All right, everyone, here we are with the brunette. I love this color. It's a really nice piece. One more look close up. Okay, thanks for watching. Friends, let's cut the lace on this. So I'm going to use these scissors right here. I bought these on Amazon, and these are my favorite for cutting the lace on human hair wigs because they're so easy to use and they're super, super sharp. Now, I recommend that you clip the hair back like I have with just any kind of clip that you might have to keep the hair out of the way. You could take a spray bottle of water and kind of spray the baby hairs up so that you can get those out of the way so you don't accidentally cut any of the hairs. And sometimes I like to cut up the middle and then go down one side or the other because it can be a little hard to do it from the side. So let me demonstrate that. So basically, I want to go right up in the center here and just cut it up to the hairline. Now, how close to the hairline you cut it is personal preference. This is not something that, I'm just trying to think of the best way to do this, that is a one size fits all. Some people like to leave a little extra lace that gives you room to trim if it starts to get frayed. Some people
like to trim it all the way up to the hairline. I'm more of an up to the hairline type person. Hold on, I've got some baby hairs here that are just in my way, and I did not bring a spray bottle with me. There. And so then I will just start trimming, and I will follow the hairline. How you cut lace on a wig is what works best for you. This is not necessarily the only way or the right way. Some people like to trim the lace on their head so that you can follow your hairline a little bit better. I'm in the way here. You're not even seeing what I'm doing. Some people, I'm trying to think of the best way so that my hand isn't in you guys' way so you can see what I'm doing. Some people like to do the initial cut and then go back to the hairline when it's on and clean it up so that it matches your hairline. It's totally up to you how you do it. But that's basically it. I like to start in the center because then I've got half of it done and then I can do the other half. Let me see if I can kind of do this backwards just because I want you guys to be able to see. These are so nice and sharp. See what I'm doing? And then if there's any extra lace, this one has a lot of little baby hairs in it, which I love, but it makes it hard to cut the lace. Let me get it in here. One more little piece. And there you go. So now when I put it on, if there's any extra lace on here that's not far enough back, like maybe right here could be potential, I can just trim that up as I go. But that's all there is to it. These scissors make cutting the lace so easy. I will link them for you.